Breaking news coming in right now. It is Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha's strident anti-Lanka pitch. Now, Tamil Nadu Assembly has adopted a unanimous resolution moved by Jayalalitha asking the centre to stop treating Sri Lanka as a friendly nation. The resolution also seeks referendum on a separate Tamil Elam among Tamils. Priyamvada, our Chennai correspondent, is now joining us with more details. Stern message coming from Tamil Nadu, Priyamvada.
Yes, just a day after that announcement about the IPL, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has come out with very strong resolution in the Assembly, which was unanimously accepted by everyone. Of course, DMK walked out even before this move was made. Everybody else accepted to this resolution, saying that she's urged the centre to not to treat Sri Lanka as a friendly nation and to snap diplomatic ties with Sri Lanka. She's also sought a referendum for separate Tamil Elam. She said Tamils from diaspora and Tamils living in India and other places should also be taken into consideration. Their voices should be heard, and India should push for a separate Tamil Elam.
Priyamvada, why did the DMK stage a walkout?
Well, DMK staged a walkout even before this particular resolution had come in. Their reasons are quite different. They were against the suspension of few DMDK MLAs in the Assembly. It was local issue for which the DMK had staged a walkout. After DMK staged the walkout is when Tamil Nadu Chief Minister made this move for the resolution. Even before the Assembly session could begin in full swing, DMK had already walked out by then.
Alright, Priyamvada, stay on with us. We're getting some more news, and this is regarding India's stand at the UNHRC. Did India ask US to water down the UNHRC resolution against Sri Lanka? US Assistant Secretary of State Robert Blake has said that the US had worked closely with India throughout the process on the US-sponsored resolution on Sri Lanka.
Let me just say, with respect to India, that we worked very closely with India throughout the process, and we indeed welcomed some of the changes that India made. So we were quite satisfied with the cooperation that we had with India, and I think going forward it will be very, very important for all of the international community to continue to work with India to encourage progress, since India has quite a lot of influence on the island.
Blake, however, refuted the impression that the US-sponsored resolution that passed through the UNHRC was toned down because of the Indian influence.
I reject that premise. I don't think that it was toned down in any way. I think it remains a very fair and balanced text that, again, reaffirms that Sri Lanka has to take meaningful action on reconciliation and accountability.
Public Affairs Editor Gaurav Sawant is also now joining us on that story. Gaurav, what role could India really have played in the resolution, considering it wasn't a sponsor country?
It indeed wasn't, but as Robert Blake rightly pointed out, India has considerable influence in the island nation, and India played a very positive role in the sense that India focused more on lessons learned and reconciliation. That's point one. And point two, India focused more on a probe which would be completely impartial and credible. That was India's principal stand on the UN resolution. More than a punitive action against the regime in Sri Lanka, more than going after those alleged perpetrators of alleged war crimes in Sri Lanka in the dying days of the battle in 2009, India focused on how there could be, one, devolution of power, two, bring the people, of North, East and South together for more devolution of power, for more equality, for reconciliation, for rehabilitation, and also for a credible probe which would be impartial, which would be credible, which would be time-bound. So that was India's role. And as Robert Blake rightly pointed out, that India did not want to tone down the resolution. There was no toning down of resolution, but at the same time, India did not want to ratchet up, tensions or pressures that were coming in from domestic lobbies on an extremely crucial and critical international relation affair.